Shalom, friends. Today we continue our new series covering the different tribes, the 12 tribes of the children of Israel. Today we'll be talking about the tribe of Simon. Shalom, my friends. This is the Akiva Gersh with Israel in 5, where we give you everything Israel in 5 minutes. Please like and subscribe. And if you have any questions, want to keep the conversation going, please do so below in the comments. Shimon, as we say in Hebrew, Simon, he's the second born to Jacob. And his mother is Leah, right after Reuven. And it's interesting because we said last time that Reuven, the name Reuven, or Reuben, comes from the Hebrew word to see. Well, Simon, which comes from the Hebrew Shimon, comes from the Hebrew word to hear, right? The Shmoa. And the first two children that Leah has, she's really directing the names after the fact that she feels, wow, God sees my distress. God hears, my pain, and really recognizing the fact that she feels in a subservient position to her sister Rachel, who Jacob, obviously, as we know from the story, really wanted to marry. So she names her first two children after this fact that she feels really kind of enlivened and uplifted by the fact that God blessed her first with children. The difference between seeing and hearing is very interesting. Not to go into the depths of the depths right now, but we know that there are benefits of each and there are challenges of each, right? Seeing, seeing is believing, right? Seeing has a really strong connection to belief, right? If you see something, you know it happened, that you can't doubt it. But at the same time, seeing is limited. Put something in front of somebody's eyes, they can't see anything, right? As opposed to hearing, put something in front of somebody, they can still hear something, and they can hear something from afar as well, much further than they can see. It's just not the same thing as seeing, right? So just an interesting note about that. But in terms of Simon specifically, we know one of the major stories that we learn in the Bible about Simon is when he and his brother Levi go up and defend their sister Dina, who was abused by the city of Shechem. And they rise up, they hear the news, they are absolutely infuriated, and they go up on their own and they attack the people of Shechem. And it's interesting to note that while their father Jacob, when he hears about it, he shares a little bit of criticism. The criticism really is directed at the fact that he's worried that the nations around him will now, maybe become violent towards him. But there's no real direct criticism of their specific act. So this really shows that Simon has this really strong sense of responsibility, care, love, and concern for his brothers and sister in this case, and really rises up to defend her honor, which really, above and beyond defending her honor, which obviously is there and is very, very important, is also about defending the honor of God. Because if anything happens to the siblings, they're the representatives of the belief in one God. They're the representatives of monotheism in this world. And anything anyone does to them is really an affront to God. So we really have this strong sense of that responsibility. It's also interesting to note that, as we said last time, each tribe has its own symbol. And the symbol of the tribe of Simon is gate. What is a gate? It's an interesting kind of symbol to have for a tribe. A gate is obviously it's an entry point. People walk through a gate in order to get somewhere, either to enter in or to leave a place. And it's really representative of transitions, of changing one's location. In Judaism, we say mishneh makom, mishneh mazal. You change your place, you change your destiny. So really, gate is all about this idea of change and transformation, where you're going, where you're coming from, where you're headed to. It's also interesting to note that in Judaism, where there is a gate, just like on the doorpost of a home, there must be a mezuzah. The scroll, the small scroll that has the words of Judaism's most important prayer, the Shema, right, which represents, once again, the oneness of God, the presence of the one God, going back to what we said before. So a lot of connections here, right? And this is the tribe of Simon. And so much of this gets represented in Simon's life, the tribe's life, and really the message that they're trying to bring forth. Because while there's a message that all the 12 tribes together are trying to bring into the world, each tribe has its own kind of sub-message, sub kind of purpose, sub focus. that it's trying to focus on and also bring into the world, right? So it's 12 tribes altogether, but also 12 tribes separately, each with its own unique vision, mission, and work to do in the world.